Welcome to Reality After Show. We're talking Survivor. It's Australia v. the World, Season 1, Myles. Season 1.
Yeah, hopefully.
Episode 8. I'm Jonny Fairplay, joined by winner of Brains v. Brawn Dose. Myles,
Hello.
you asked me a question before we went live.
Yeah.
And I kind of got some news.
Yeah, the wrestling, how'd it go?
The wrestling, yes. So I was the cruiserweight champion.
Yes.
I'm really good at what I do.
Famously, yeah.
Alan Martinez, very worthy opponent. Very, very, very good at what he does.
Yeah.
A luchador of sorts, and a ring tactician. Special guest referee Neil the Heel. So Neil comes to the ring. Alan comes. I come to the ring. Lots of pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
I'm pretty arrogant, pretty ready, because I'm good at what I do, right?
Yeah.
So Neil checks me, makes sure there's no weapons or anything. You're not gonna believe this. I totally forgot I had a pair of brass knuckles in my knee pad.
Slipped the mind.
Slipped my mind. I mean, I probably put them there a month ago. Who's to say?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Neil finds them. That's not good.
No.
So he's like, "Hey, are you ready?" I'm like, "Well, I was more ready before you found these brass knuckles that you've taken away from me."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Alan, are you ready?" And Alan's like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready." And then Neil punches Alan in the back of in the face with the brass knuckles. And then I pin him 1, 2, 3. And the champ is here.
Not where I thought that was going, but hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'm very happy for you.
The fastest world title defense in the history of BRCW, Jonny Fairplay.
Crazy. Congratulations.
1 second. Well, 4 with the count. So
yeah.
4 second. The champ.
And then I imagine you cheered for an hour straight, and that's why you have lost your voice is completely fucked.
I was cheering before and after. It was it was a very good combination of the two. So yeah, man, I cannot believe I forgot I had placed those brass knuckles in my.
Of course.
And then for my good friend Neil the Heel to use them to punch the other guy. I mean, unbiased referee Neil the Heel.
Yeah.
to punch the guy. Oh well, it happens. Let's talk Australian Survivor episode 8. Peek behind the curtain. This is the worst episode of the season.
Yeah. This is the worst episode so far. I mean, I don't know, obviously, what the episodes are like going forward. We got 2 more left, but this is the worst one we've had.
Well, I would like to think those were, and still a good episode.
Yeah, perfectly fine episode. Yeah, perfectly fun episode.
I mean, like, the bar has been set.
Yeah. I think it was really rough that they couldn't really get make a compelling case that someone else even had a chance of going home. Like, it just felt like it was essentially Lisa's funeral in real time, right?
Does this episode play better if last night ended on we're going back to tribal and a cliffhanger?
Yeah, potentially.
Because I felt like the cast of it all was I felt fully satiated.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I do feel like that first episode could have just been its own thing because it was so crazy and insane. And then you get like the Tommy boot at the start of this episode, and then it continues on from there. I think that probably makes a lot of sense because there's also, from what I've read, there's a bit of behind the scenes stuff that wasn't shown with regards to what was happening at that vote as well, where because they had so much tribal, they didn't have time to show all of the scramble for what was apparently, like, it was a bit messy. Like, apparently Cass had talked Tommy out of going for Parvati, so they weren't actually targeting Parvati at that vote or something like that. I only saw like a little thing.
It seemed like you were watching yesterday, talking with Laura. I would have loved just one more confessional from Cass going into tribal.
Oh, 100%. Just getting that extra little bit of detail about what she's thinking and what the options are and what's actually happened.
Yeah. So, because I mean, like, I feel like we know where Tommy's head was.
Yeah.
I still don't know if Lisa knows where her head is even now.
Yeah.
But I feel like Cass was the story that I mean, like 90 more seconds, and I feel like that story's complete. We're more satiated as viewers, you know, and then the end of episode 7 is holy crap balls. That's really sucked for Cass and
Yeah.
really superior gameplay from Parv, and let
Yeah.
that rest.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Also, I want to make a little defense of Lisa because Lisa's been getting a lot of shit for
Oh yeah,
obviously
before you get everything I'm saying with love.
Yeah, yeah.
Lisa's
I'm
not
saying
on
more
this season.
generally.
If Lisa's not on this season's not as good. I love Lisa.
Oh,
So,
she's amazing. And she had some good moments in this episode as well. But
yes,
I feel like people are judging this. I don't feel like it's fair to judge this quit attempt to the same level as like a lot of other quits, where most of the time when we see a quit, is this person is fed up, they're having a rough time and they quit. That's not what this was. This was
no,
Lisa has realized, man, I've fucked up. I've blown up the game for one of my allies already, and the other one of my allies is gonna go home. And I feel terrible about the fact that I've fucked up. And I want to put myself on the sword for my remaining ally who I've completely fucked over in this vote, essentially, right? Which I don't think, well, like, obviously you can critique that however you want, right? Like,
sure.
the idea of, like, you should keep fighting, even if, like, regardless. But I think that's very different of a quit to I don't want to be here. I'm having an awful time and I just want to be done with the game. Like, hers was very explicitly I have totally fucked this, and I've ruined Tommy's game, and he's probably going to go home as a result of me. And I want to throw myself on the sword, essentially.
Jonathan used the correct verbiage. You know, if you know you're attempting to fall in the. He literally says her, and I'm just like, yes, because that is the story. But his facials and everything else is the I hate you for and it's just like, well, it's not. That's
Well,
not what
no. Have you seen the behind the scenes? So an article came out where basically, apparently, JLP wanted to honor the quit, and apparently it was production that said no to honoring the quit. So JLP apparently wanted to let Lisa quit and let Tommy stay in the game, but apparently it was production that came in that said they weren't okay with it. So JLP was on team quit apparently.
Okay, so well, I think that's when we get the verbiage fall on the sword, and then probably in his ear, we're 5 minutes later, then he's relaying through production. Oh, because he really, like, I felt like he was just like, how honorable is it that you want to fall on the sword, and then going to, you know, you're a loser, you know, it's just like, whoa, JLP,
yeah, I've heard that
12 seconds ago.
Yeah, I've heard that there was a lot of like production-y related stuff for that tribal that wasn't shown, as you would potentially expect. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean that, and you know, for those of you watching that have never watched the Survivor podcast or not watched the right Survivor podcast, and we're there, you know, sometimes for 2 hours. I mean, tribal counselors are not 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
So, you know, most of them, what would you say? Most of them, we're hitting about the 45-minute hour mark.
Yeah, probably about 45. I mean, if you're probably like half an hour of chatting, and then, yeah, probably about an hour, but like start to finish, I reckon.
So, oh, well, we were looking at 40 minutes of when Jeff goes, I'll collect the votes, 40 minutes of figuring out the right order. And I'm like, I didn't tell you the right order.
Yeah, we got like 20, 25 minutes of that or whatever.
The first 2 are mine.
Yeah.
And then do the others, so they're surprised. So you would think they would have I mean, maybe they just do them and it's like, all right, let's have drinks and a snack. But it really seems like they're like, ooh, what do you think? I'm just like, can Myles and I put them in order for you? Because we can literally knock this out in about 42 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I think to be fair, when there's a couple of advantages in play, it gets a little bit more complicated because suddenly you've got to factor in what advantages are being played for who, and that makes things a lot more complicated. But yeah, I do think that they do spend a lot of time doing that relative to what should be pretty simple and straightforward.
I feel like it's a lot of, this is right? And it's like, yeah, wait, yeah, oh, yeah, ooh, nope, that was good. And I think it's a lot of, there's some second guessing.
Yeah,
potentially. So yeah, but I thought we saw last night, and I'm glad you referenced that. I think it was a tale of two things in that, like, JLP, as I said, just facially, he's just like, oh my God, you're a hero, to oh my God, I hate you. And like, why would you ruin this game that people, and it's just like,
Yeah.
what did she fart after he, what happened, JLP? Why are you being mean
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. No, I
And
think that
what,
was production laying the law down.
yes. And if she farted, even better. Who doesn't love a good, I watch fart videos every day. Are you a fart video guy, Miles?
No, not really. I don't think that's my kind of style of humor.
Oh God, give it a try. You'll get a good belly laugh out. It's good for the soul.
Yeah, okay.
But who knew? I was pretty anti fart video, to be honest with you, Miles. I have turned the corner. I'm a pro fart video advocate now.
Okay, maybe we'll see. We'll
I'm
see.
just
I'll have to,
I'm just
maybe
saying.
one will pop up on my TikTok feed.
I think it will now. It's listening. You know, it's listening.
Yeah, yeah, true.
And the beauty of fart videos, attractive people think farts are hilarious.
Yeah.
So apparently no one farts in front of attractive people. And so when they're like, oh my God, that's so funny, I secretly fart too. You know, so whereas not as attractive people are like, oh my God, my entire life is farts.
Yeah.
All right. Previously on Survivor, we have Par Paranoia. Knowledge is power. Apparently played about as effectively as possible with not playing it whatsoever.
I genuinely thought that I was never like, I thought that my knowledge is power use would be the best ever. And that's as much as there's a bit of ego in that, it's also that I couldn't ever envision a scenario in which it would be more useful and perfect to use than there, right? Where it's, hey, there's a public idol, you can steal it, you can play it and negate like all of the votes and take someone out. Like, I don't see how that, and also that no one's going to interfere or interrupt or anything. In my mind, it's like, how does it ever get better than that? And then Parvati used it in a way that is truly like ridiculously incredible. And then it even hits another level because in this episode, as we'll go on to see, like, not only does she use it to kind of bluff Cass and get Cass out, but then fucking Luke comes up to her and tells her he has an idol, which is crazy, which is wild. So she's gotten like double usage out of it, essentially.
I think the best three versions of what we've seen here, and the worst part is, sorry, the best four. All right, so this is one. There's one in the U.S. that I'm sure everyone's screaming at the monitor right now, like, oh yeah. Yours, what was yours, the PD?
Yeah, the PD vote, yeah.
That was, and I'm in Melbourne for that, and people are losing their minds. And I kind of saw it coming. I was just like, oh my God, if this happens, like this is, you know, but no one, you know, there's like, holy shit balls. And then it was Marion on Return of the Outcast, South Africa, with the with the idol nullifier that did not exist on that season, but perfectly played.
Yeah, 100%. It is very funny that the US has had the knowledge is power in for what, like 5 seasons around. It's been around, and it's never been kind of used effectively. And then we've come over to Australia, and we've had two seasons in a row where it has been used to essentially maximum effect possible.
Yeah, it's Deadpool maximum effort, and it's as I said, I feel like there's something in the US that I'm forgetting that I know exists, but I'm like, I don't know.
There's some good moments with the knowledge is power, but none that are good because it's used effectively. It's all good because it's just causing chaos and people have moved idols around and someone thinks they're getting an idol and whatnot. Like, but I don't think there have really been any like real effective uses of it.
Yeah. Did Jesse use the knowledge is power?
No, Jesse just used trickery and well, he used the threat of the knowledge is power, right? So the knowledge is power acts as like a threat and people move their idols around as a result. And he used that then taking out someone and holding on to the idol that they had given him, right? Like people, and he's not the only one, like people have done that.
Yeah, Dwight handed it to him and then so I believe I mentioned this, like that when he takes it, I'm at a viewing party with Jesse, and he's just sitting there with a shit-eating smile on his face, but does not tell me.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, man, I was like, they really dropped the ball, not showing, like, and Jesse's like, and then now I'm like, and then to do the let's go back 3 up. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so in love with this moment. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's so, but yeah, but kudos, Myles. You're in rare air.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, that was actually a big part of the thinking behind me using it was like, sure, I think the strategy makes sense here, but at its core, it's like, man, this would be a sick move.
The TV moment
The
of it all.
TV moment of it all, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you and I are very similar in that I think that we're both like thinking about the TV of it all and making a good show and whatnot. Because at that stage, right, like there's 10 people around. It's like you got a 1 in 10 chance of winning on paper. Like at the end of the day, you're probably not going to win. Like this, probabilistically, you're not going to win. So you may as well maximize what's your second goal. And my second goal is I want to be a fun survivor character. So make the moves that best maximize that second goal, which is much more achievable. And then if you end up in a spot where you can get that first goal, which is winning, then it's like, oh, neato. And that happened at 8. At 8, I was like, oh shit, I got an idol and I got a good solid alliance coming into the end game. Well, time to lock in now.
Yeah, watch this masterful third place game. You're gonna love it, folks. It's like, oh wait. So yeah. All right. Well, Cass goes, and then Tommy from Finland goes.
Oh, RIP.
So they're trying. Oh my God. Apparently there's YouTube streams out there, but hey, there's links in the comments. It's very easy to find Australian Survivor if YouTube is not your friend right now. Did you see that?
Yeah, totally.
See that article that they're trying, like Mark Burnett sent this email? I think that's all fake, right?
I saw that. I think it's bullshit. I just don't buy it.
I don't think Mark Burnett knows that Survivor's still on the air.
Yeah, I think it's just it's just like people wanting essentially and people spreading rumors because they know that people eat that shit up essentially.
Do you feel the Channel 9 rumor is more believable?
No, I think that's also nonsense.
I feel like they both, I feel like AI is doing really fun things these days.
Yeah, and also, why would I want to go over to Channel 9? Channel 10 is so amazing. Thank you, Channel 10 overlords.
Which one has maths?
I think it's 9. I think it's Channel 9.
That's where you want to be. Right. You want to be on the night that's not maths.
Yeah, pretty much. You want to be in like the off maths cycle.
Well, you can be on how many nights a week is maths?
You're asking the wrong person. I think it's 4. I could be wrong.
If it's 4, never mind. I was saying if it's 2, let's do 2 and 2, and like that's the week of gold. Channel 10, I love you. We'll figure it out. You gotta love me back, Channel 10, so I can love you a little more. Until then, this Channel 9 shit sounds awesome. All right. Where are you on the Finland and Finland?
No strong opinion. I don't know. I don't care. Like I say Finland.
I feel being Switzerland in this is the move.
Yeah.
No, we really don't need to hash that out. We can if he wants to go with Finland, great. But I feel we've literally been instructed for years that they say Finland. Okay, great. I'm good. So we're back at camp. Lisa is throwing all the blame on Tommy. I'm here for it. And Parv's like, sorry, sweetheart, you're guilty by association. And I was like, oh, facts is facts.
Yeah, it's rough. And Lisa didn't really want to do it. Like she was the one that was the most skeptical and hesitant of it.
It was Tommy's plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I really feel like it was Tommy's plan. And I felt like in the abbreviated second tribal we got last night, Tommy was owning that.
Yeah, totally. 100%.
So, but God, this episode had started with there's a huge that's my biggest complaint. If that's my biggest complaint about Australia v. the World, we're doing pretty freaking good.
Oh yeah.
Gosh darn it. It should have. I don't think anyone is complaining about a to be continued if it starts with
the next tribal. Yeah, 100%.
So, because all we're doing now is complaining about is like, oh, this episode could have been so much better.
Yeah, yeah. Because
So,
this, it was just not the most interesting episode. But
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's all right.
and even the end of time, like Tommy last night, like that final tribal was like 40 seconds
Yeah, yeah. They
versus
could have fleshed that out a lot more.
give me 4 minutes.
Yeah, totally.
So, all right. Okay, let's see. Miles has never been on, or sorry, I'm reading my, you'll see. Lisa has never been on the bottom before. Miles, would you like to welcome her to the club?
Yeah, yeah, totally. I it is really interesting. Like Luke actually does make a really good point in this episode when he's talking about how people react to the bottom. In that, like, there's a lot of people who play a lot of, if not all of the game, never playing on the bottom, and then they get
Yeah,
switched to the bottom, and they really, really struggle with it. I mean, Lisa seemed to be doing all right. I don't think
yeah.
she was doing fantastically from the bottom, but like, I don't know that there was much more that she could do. But there's definitely some people who they get flipped to the bottom and they just kind of lose their shit and freak
It,
out.
it's self implosion, and you're done. There, it's just like I was there, and now I'm not, and it's the end of the world. And let's go scorched earth, and
Yeah, I think a
get
lot of it comes from pride as well.
yeah,
So like the people who have a lot of pride, like it's something that I think a lot of the time is a really good asset in your life, to be someone who stands up for what you believe in and to be very proudful and whatnot. But on Survivor, it's terrible. Like when you're getting knocked down, your instinct is to stand back up and keep fighting. But actually, when on Survivor, you need to kind of just sit down and shut the fuck up and get your head down. Like that's what the ideal playing from the bottom is. It's just like get down, let the wave wash over you. Don't shut up.
pull
Don't
up your
complain.
bootstraps.
Yeah, pull up your bootstraps and just try and figure out where the crack is.
I am so glad. I mean, I'm sure if you had a choice to do it all, if the option would be, hey, you're on top the entire time, or eat some humble pie, you would probably choose. You know what, fair play. I'd rather be on top the entire time. I gotta say, Miles, and it's with the highest compliment in the world. It really made you lovable. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
it's an
think
excellent underdog story.
yeah, I mean, like, I think if you're on top the entire time, it's like, versus, I'm on top, I'm great, I'm so great, I'm an asshole for a minute, and it's like, oh shit, I am below, like, whatever last place is, I'm right behind it, and
Yeah,
it's just like, well, that sucks, it's not, it's because like for a second we're just like, hey, you kind of deserved it, Miles, and it's like, but then they're like, hey, let's be mean to my, like, no. And so I mean, the
from
roller
its
coaster,
story perspective, it's phenomenal. Like
yeah.
the playing the game from the bottom the whole time is like it's an excellent story. And I mean it's good for your
And you were
mentality
not the
as well
bottom the
because
whole time, for the record.
no, but I did spend a lot of. I reckon I spent at least half the game on the bottom of the tribe,
Sure.
which I think is probably a record. But yeah, I think a big thing as well is that you get a lot of players who come out of Survivor either winning or not winning, but going very deep, who come out of it with like pretty inflated egos. And I've got a really big ego. I've got a really big ego, but I was not able to add to that ego by playing this completely dominant top game. Instead, it was me getting constantly humbled. And so I leave being like, I won. That's awesome. But God, I made some fucking big, messy blunders and fuck ups, which is good.
It,
I mean, I've talked to you about this a lot. I view a lot of Survivor gameplay and everything about Survivor through the lens of ego. I think it explains like 90% of both
yeah.
strategy and what's shown on air and whatnot. And yeah, it's really good for the ego to just be getting knocked down like that over and over again.
It was, I mean, it was literally, I mean, like, I mean, it is metaphorically, but you literally took us on a roller coaster ride. And I mean, you could, if you're talking to a US Survivor, a player that's never seen your season, I mean,
Yeah.
just say, I'm pretty much Mike Holloway. I was on top the entire time. There was no worries. I owned it all. I just won everything. So
Yeah, totally.
feel free to use that comparison for those that have not seen your
Yeah, perfect comparison. Him and I, same build as well, I
I
think.
mean, I thought literally when I brought you on the screen, I was like, Mike. I was like, oh, Miles. I didn't think I invited Mike. So he'd enjoy a beverage with me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So will Miles, folks. Don't let him trick you. Oh, you outdrank me that night.
Yeah, yeah, I can hold my own drinking.
Yeah, I do too. You outdrink me when we met.
Yeah, I'm 24. Like I can,
Yeah.
I'm still in my prime.
Hey, asshole. I'm a refined 51, like fine wine that I'll be drinking shortly.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So, well, Lisa's like, it is kind of cool doing all the bottom stuff. You get to sit there and no one talk to
Oh, I
you.
was laughing at this. This was very funny.
You're
This
the
was a great confessional from
you're the
Lisa.
last to get rice. And I'm just like, this is the Lisa we fell in love with, episode 1.
Yeah, she's witty, she's smart, she's funny. Like this was a killer confessional. I was like, yes, I been there.
So, oh, it was so, I mean, like, I wish we had gotten a little more of these Lisa tidbits through it, because, like, there's no way she's that, "We love you so much, you're great," because you're literally just entertaining us with the verbiage that you're giving us, and your enthusiasm and your love
Yeah.
to nothing to here we are again. It's like, "Oh, so she didn't do a confessional on episodes 2 through 7?"
Yeah, yeah. Totally.
So, we know she did.
Yeah.
So, I just don't get, I mean, like, you guys have so much time. I mean, like, I don't know what happened. Like, this was the shortest episode of the season.
Mm.
And, like, did it merit another 30 minutes?
Probably
Prob
not.
well, if we had
Hey,
cut
if you chuck that other bit in,
yeah,
then maybe.
but, yeah, I don't know. Lisa proved right here why she is on this season, and I don't like this season as well if she's not on it.
Yeah, totally.
So,
100%.
all right. Uh, well, in case you're wondering what is going on in Lisa's head outside of the confessional, hey, Luke, you're the second biggest threat. Just throwing that out there. Is he?
Actually, this is something that was very bizarre to me because on paper, Luke has only voted at this point only voted correctly twice or three times, depending on whether you count his Shawnee vote as a correct vote.
Yeah.
He's not made any like notable really moves of note. Like I don't. It's this thing that I hate, and this isn't specifically Luke. It's this thing that I hate in Survivor, where there's this weird thing where it's like, oh, big confident guy, big threat. Like Lockie had it a little bit in 2017 as well, where it's like he didn't do anything all season, but then there's this like he's inherently a big threat because he's this big confident cocky guy, and I don't really understand where that comes from. Like the threat status should be based on your strategic game and your social game and how well you've played.
It's old school. It's Survivor, US Survivor 1 through 20.
Yeah, but it's also weird because like at some level it came from a challenge basis, right? Like as in the big guys are generally going to be better at challenges, but especially if you're looking at Australian Survivor, the big guys are generally not the winners. We had Kalen obviously who did pretty well, but other than him, like generally the big guys aren't the challenge base. It's actually the tiny fit women. Like so, I don't
Well, it's
know
not even
where
a tiny bit. To make it to make individual immunities fair for all, it has to be made fair for women. And 8 out of 10 challenges made fair for women are actually made advantage women.
Yeah, and I think it's this weird thing. Different like demographics get inherent advantages and disadvantages when it comes to like win equity. And you look at like the older women, for example, even when they play really awesome games, always really struggle to get any sort of win equity because they're either like a goat or a bit or a cold bitch essentially, which is rough. And then on the other hand, if you're the big athletic guy and you're just inherently a big threat, kind of regardless of what you're doing, which is weird. Like Luke, you've got Sari there. Sari should be a bigger threat than Luke. Like Shawnee has voted correctly in the pre-merge much more than Luke did. She held a lot more power in the pre-merge. And then even Lisa has played, with the exception of the last 2 votes, which have obviously been pretty big stinkers. Lisa played a pretty good game up until then. Actually, Janine and Luke have had the same game, except Janine has built this inroads with Parvati and Sari and voted correctly more. Like Janine has played a much better game than Luke has.
I think Janine has played a better game than Luke. Until this episode, and we'll get to the, I'm like, this is Luke Toki. We have not seen Luke Toki until this episode.
Yeah, you're right.
This is the one we signed. Like when they released the cast, we're like, hey, I know Luke Toki. I know the game Luke Toki plays because it's not like Luke Toki's goofy, Luke Toki's fun, but Luke Toki was kind of smart.
Yeah, he played very, especially the first game that he played was like he was dominant, but not necessarily the most like the strongest strategic game, but it was like about making big moves, right? He was playing too big, too hard.
It was Jericho and him collectively with so
but the second time round, he played an excellent game. Like he was just totally on top of everything that second game.
And we have not seen that guy until today, and it's just like, whoa, welcome to the party, Luke Toki.
Yeah.
We'll get to the Twitter of it all. Don't worry. So, well, Lisa calls out Luke. Luke's like, it's a showdown. It's Australia versus New Zealand. Let's fucking go. And I'm like, holy shit balls. Like, you don't tug on Superman's cape. I mean, it was the right move, but like Luke Toki has literally been waiting for this moment with injured prey sitting in front of him. It's a wounded deer going up to the guy with the gun.
Yeah, he's got the easy kill, and he's decided what his end game looks like, and he's locking it in here.
So Luke and Janine decide no one needs to talk. They do not enact this plan whatsoever because all we see from every minute after this is everyone talking but Luke and Janine.
Yeah, totally.
But it was good on paper.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, I'm on it. Hey, you want to sit here and talk about it? Sure.
Yeah.
Lisa tells Parv, I was going to tell you at tribal council what the plan was. And Parv's like, sure, Jan, but you didn't.
Yeah, Lisa really didn't do a great job at digging herself out of this hole here. Like, it was rough. And especially her telling Parv kind of to her face that she didn't want to sit next to her at the end. And to be fair, I get it because I was really bad for this as well, where I didn't like lying and just would tell people directly things to their face and they would then turn on me for it. But like, just spin it some way. Just find some way to spin it. Like, don't tell Parvati to her face that you want to vote her out. And especially don't tell Luke to his face. Like, you can tell one of them to their face that you want to vote them out. Don't tell two. That's two people of a tribe of 6, right? Don't tell two people that you want to vote them out in a tribe of 6.
I think the move is tell Luke no one wants to sit with you and tell Parv I'm not scared to, and everyone here doesn't want to sit with you.
Yeah. You tell Luke that, nobody wants to sit with you and everyone's scared of you, and you kind of play into the ego, and then you tell Parvati, like, hey, Luke's scared to sit with you, and everyone else is scared to sit with you, and I won't for X. I think the rough thing there, though, is that, like, rationally, Lisa,
your math isn't mathing, Lisa.
Yeah, that's a problem there. I think it's just kind of a rough spot to be in there.
It is.
I think the play here is you go to Suri and you go, Suri, I want you to win the game. If I don't, I want to sit in final 3 with you. And you go, Suri, what can you do to keep me in the game, essentially? And you try and go all in on Suri working some magic to keep you in the game.
All right, so Lisa tells us, the viewer, that she's here for the Suri win.
Yeah,
and I think, I don't think that. I don't think that's lip service. I really feel I feel if given the option, she would choose Suri over herself to win. I
get it.
Yeah,
I buy it because I've chatted to I was chatting to Karen about this earlier about the fact that, like, having been someone that's won, if I were to play again, like, winning a second time would obviously be amazing, but like coming 3rd or 4th or 5th does the same kind of thing for your legacy, right? And if you can dictate that someone that you really like and you really appreciate sits at the end and wins, then like I'd be fine with that. Like, I'd be fine throwing my game away to keep one of my friends in the game and they win because it's like I've already won it, right? Like,
I haven't won, but I'm here for a King George win.
Yeah. You're his best friend. No, 4th best friend, right?
Well, no. He is my best. He is my best friend. I am one of his 4 best friends.
Yeah, so he's got 3 people he'd throw his game down before you.
No, not before. Equal to. There's no, I'm not 4th in line. I'm just one of 4.
I
I'm
don't know. That
tied.
sounds like Survivor having you. Yeah, no, you're all my number ones.
Yeah, well, we have a mega friendship alliance.
Yeah, yeah.
So no, according to George, I am tied, equally tied with
Mm,
Cara, the Duchess of Double Bay, of course,
yeah.
Chrissy,
Chrissy and
and
Carlos.
and then Carlos, who
Yeah.
and you've met Carlos.
I have met Carlos. He's lovely.
Carlos tracks. Carlos
Yeah.
probably makes sense more than me, Cara, and Chrissy
Yeah, I agree.
on a multitude of reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're good. You know what? Hey, you're welcome, everybody. This is already more entertaining than this episode. So well, guess what? It's immunity. It's challenge pinball. Or sorry, immunity challenge. Human pinball. This is real life.
Yeah.
Would you describe as you think the best? I like to call it human pinball. Like you got the big pinball machine, and you're doing the motion of for
No, I think
it,
it's
it,
more
it's
like
just
big table Sumotion.
I
It's like
was
the same.
my
It's the same principle as Sumotion, right? It's just about
underneath. I have big version of Samotion.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's what in my mind it's Sumotion, but with cardio.
yeah. So yeah, I just see the pinball look of it,
Yeah,
and I'm a pinball guy. So but yeah, it's Samotion, which Samotion and Last Gasp literally took me, I think, 18 seasons to learn the name. Because like people are like Samotion, I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like the name of that challenge. I'm like, says who?
I really love Sumotion popping up in Australian Survivor, and I hate it in the US Survivor because it's always just like the last challenge before the end, and I think it's really like boring to have. Like, it's a great challenge in my eyes. It's one of my favorite challenges actually, but as a final challenge, I think it's so shit.
Yeah, yeah. I like holding a hold hand
Yeah,
on the
that's a classic.
yeah. 20 hours. Let's go.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like who wants it more. I like the endurance challenges as final challenge because it's just who wants it more. That person
Yeah.
wins. Yeah.
So also we get a flashback to the last time Luke did this. And
Yeah.
I am a sucker for a flashback.
Oh, same.
Like the previously on, like we didn't get a previously on this time to start the season because this is new. This is not
Yeah.
part this is not Brains v Brawn part 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's next season. So but typically, that history and
Oh, I
the
love it.
celebration of
Yeah.
history, I love. I mean,
Yeah.
because like when you do that, you're just like, hey, in case you missed it, this shit was really good last time. Hopefully it'll be as good. Who's to say? We never know. But this shit was really good. If you watched it, you remember and you're getting those feels. But if
Yeah.
you didn't, our shit means something. Go watch it. Whereas US Survivor, that shit was last season. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Don't mention it. It's like, well, last season was 47 was good. Can we talk
Yeah.
about 47?
Yeah. Would have been the best thing about 48.
48.
Yeah.
40, why are we having 49?
I mean, I'm excited to see the Riz God.
I'm 49. New Era All Stars was the only correct move.
I agree.
The only move. So,
Yeah.
No. And I like, oh, all right. Anyway, so
Yeah, we have a show to talk about.
yeah. All right. Well, Shawnee is out first, Janina second behind, then Lisa, then Sari. Now I'm watching Sari, and I'm just like, Sari, you ain't trying to win this. You could like as soon as you saw Shawnee and as soon as you saw Lisa go, you could have been like, all right, we're good. Like it was like a couple minutes later, she's like, you know what, maybe. And then she's like, no. I'm like, God bless you, Sari. You're the best.
Also, it's interesting to see how the challenge dispersion has occurred. We're at a stage now where there's a massive gap in challenge ability between various people. Like you've essentially got for endurance, I don't think really Parvati's got any competition. Like maybe Shawnee, and then for these kind of like athletic physical challenges, Luke has to be the obvious front runner for these. And then maybe Parvati is giving Luke some competition, but Janine probably isn't competing in these challenges. Zarie's definitely not competing in these challenges. Shonny has specific challenges that she's decent at, but even then, I think a lot of them Parvati will still have a number at. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
I feel Shawnee 3 years ago was also a little different than Shawnee 2025.
Yeah,
No
and she's had a baby, and like
no shade.
Yeah.
No shade at. I mean, Jonny Fairplay 3 years ago is better than Jonny Fairplay 2025. So no shade at all. So whereas Parv, she's pretty darn close and also figured out some stuff that, you know, I feel like there's just this learning curve with Parv that is off the charts. So, but also going back to the challenge beast mentality of we're here at 6. Luke is obviously the biggest threat. Is like in what universe? It's the seasons 1 through 20 US Survivor universe. But also at the same time, the women weren't Parvati, and the women weren't Cass, and the women weren't Liz. The women were Scout and Cirie. You know, there was, and so even when you're equalizing things, you know, for guys versus girls and all that, it's still Scout doesn't beat me.
Yeah.
So could Scout whoop my ass? Yes. But, you know, I'm pretty sure on a balance beam or some motion, I'm going to beat Scout.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, well, it's down to Luke and Parv. And there's a countdown for Luke's last ball. That was a little sus.
Oh, I didn't notice that at all.
So Luke is waiting for the perfect moment to drop the ball. And it doesn't really line up with the 10. Not like, here's the count, Myles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm like, oh my God, Jonathan.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. I'm just
saying. We saw Tommy not go back on the balance beam yesterday, and we saw the slowest 4 through 1 count. It was slower than professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm here for it. I mean, fuck it. You know, we're making a TV show. Who cares? But I'm just saying. Watch when he drops. He drops on 1, and that 1 was not 10 seconds prior to 1. So, Luke wins. This is, I have in my notes, this is Luke we all remember. To which Luke says, I beat you. Act like you've been there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it. I beat you. I don't like the wah-wahs after the torch snuffing. I don't like the bye. I don't like that.
I think it's fine to have a bit of like pride and celebrate a win, especially like an immunity win like that.
And especially a redemption win.
Yeah. What was clearly like a really big challenge for him.
I don't think it was so with malice. It was just like, oh my God.
It's just the adrenaline rush in the moment of just and excitement.
Yeah, I do this the second time and lose. Fuck me, really? So yeah. All right. Well, it's Parv, Janine, Luke, and Cirie. Okay, I'm here for it. To which Parvati says, "Hey, all this is fine and dandy. I'm cool. Just Sandra Diaz Twine, as long as it's not me. But let me just explain a little something, Janine, for someone I'm sure has never seen even your own season of Survivor. I hate 6th place more than anything." Why so much?
That was a fun little interaction between them.
I went home with no votes. That's not possible. You would think, Janine, you really would. You know what? I would love you to talk to US production because I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
that was a moment that like it was that conversation with and Lisa who it obviously just destroyed, you know, because it destroyed me. You know, I'm friends with Sari, and I'm just like, motherfucker,
Yeah.
really? No
Yeah.
votes?
Yeah.
It's like on how you can get fired on your day off. So, but Lisa's like, I can't be here for this conversation. You'd think she would want to, you know, this is, and she
Yeah.
was like, no, too much on the
Too
heart.
much trauma.
God bless Lisa. Oh, all right. I was here for that.
Yeah. That was a fun moment.
Lisa, she's a super fan, and she's like, you know what? I'm going home. I don't know what the edit's showing you so far, but it's me. And if I am going, I might as well set up things for Sari as much as possible.
Yeah. Which,
So,
like, is as we've discussed, is valid. I get it.
yeah. She pitches Janine to Shawnee. That's a good pitch.
Well, yeah, Shawnee and I mean, Shawnee and Lisa have done the correct thing here, which is the two of them need to link up. Now, obviously, it doesn't really go anywhere, but they're the two odd two out, basically. Everyone else is in duos. And like Janine kind of makes sense here, especially if she can get Sari on her side.
What do you think the math is for Shawnee? She's just like,
I think Shawnee's just thinking, I want to just get there. Any means possible to get
don't
there.
rock the boat.
Yeah, I think there's
Shawnee doesn't. I think Shawnee doesn't think she's with Luke and Janine, but possibly being with Luke and Janine discovering that she's the better option than Parvati ever, and maybe this Aussie strong thing is 5% real.
Yeah, I'm interested to know, what are your thoughts? Because there's kind of two frames of mind when it comes to the end game of Survivor, which is get there, sit against whoever, just have your speech at the end, or get there against someone you can beat, right? Like that's like I was very much of I want to sit next to someone I can beat, but there were other people like Zara on my season who was like, I don't care who I sit next to, I just want a chance to sit there and pitch. Essentially, what is your mindset on that? Because I do feel like there's quite a few people here who, and I think there's probably some trauma with regards to past seasons involved in this, who are just like, I just want to sit there at the end and I want my chance to pitch and I back myself.
Well, this is blasphemy to the entire Survivor universe. And I say this with respect, and I will say I feel like her game has evolved into easily one of the greatest of all time. She's one of the greatest players. I took the two biggest goats in all of Pearl Islands. I think a camera guy had a better chance of winning than Lil or Sandra. They were literally the biggest. Sandra didn't talk to people. Like Sandra hung out with Krista and thanked Rupert. That was the extent of any conversation she ever had.
Yeah.
Everyone hated Lil. Hated.
Yeah.
So, and the only one that like I literally like the only person that tells you that they hate me is me, your humble narrator. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm the bad guy. They all hate me. They didn't hate me. So, and they're just like, well, when you guys did the vote live, once again, sorry folks, that's TV bullshit. We're sitting in the back, and they pulled Lil out of the room. We're all in the green room about to go live for the reunion. They pull Lil out of the room, and Mark Burnett goes, I'm telling you guys all right now, if she starts crying during this live reunion, we're not taking the fucking camera off of her. So if you want to make her fucking cry because I know you all fucking hate her, that's fine. She's going to steal your fucking TV time. And I was like, well, can I? And he was like, yes, fair play. And I was like, can we do the vote right now? Because I feel like that vote's gonna make her cry if I'm right. And they're like, who would have voted for fair play over Lil? And it was like 5-2. Yeah. I was like, guys, figure out the math, do whatever you need to. I was like, I just needed to know, but I'm not giving up TV time for her. I was like, she wins out there, please, thank you. So yeah, it was like 5-2, and I beat Sandra.
Yeah.
So Because what you got, Sandra would have had Rupert and Krista's vote, but the Morgans hated her.
Yeah.
So
So
and
you're on
my
team third place over team second place. You think that coming third is better than coming second, basically.
I think so. I mean,
I agree. I
yeah,
think coming third is so much better than coming second.
yeah,
But also, I think a lot of the people who are on this season have been multiple time losers who are also like big characters and big players who back themselves at the end. And so are
yeah,
like, I think I want to just sit there, right? Like none of the Australians left have made a final tribal council, and neither has Suri actually. So I think
yeah.
Parvati's literally the only one who's ever sat at final tribal here. Well, other than Lisa, obviously.
Like, I don't think Shawnee's playing a great game, and I love Shawnee. So once again, we're all here for the content, folks. You could not convince me that Shawnee could not possibly convince me to give her
Yeah.
the money. I feel like Shawnee might say, you know, when it comes to my question, Shawnee might say every word I need to hear, and I'm misted. You know, like she's hypnotized me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would not be shocked if that were a possibility. Because I do, I mean, like, it's not the Parvati flirting, it's just the Shawnee. Shawnee can say the right shit.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah. So all right, let's see. Lisa wants Sarita win more than her, and I'm like, oh my god, we love you, Lisa.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at my TV, and I'm like, Lisa, right
Yeah,
here.
she's lovely.
So for all the Lisa mean stuff, relax. A, it's a fucking game, and B, she's obviously good people. So shut up, be nice. So you heard it here from the biggest asshole. Be nice. So let's see. Lisa tells Parv Shawnee is down for the Janine blindside, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
To which Luke reveals in a confessional he is powerless without his idol. And so he's like, well, let me go tell Parv.
Yeah, this is crazy that this happened.
Okay.
I mean, with the information that he has, which is that the idol can be stolen at any time, I think it's probably the correct play because that means his idol's essentially useless, right? But it's the fact that that information is completely dead wrong.
Yes. And so he tells Parv in hopes that she'll rip up knowledge without power, knowledge with power. And then she doesn't. And he's like, oh boy,
He was sweating. He was sweating in that
like,
conversation.
I think I really fucked this up.
Yeah.
I really
that
cooked it,
was
George.
funny.
I think I cooked it, George.
Yeah.
I think I cooked the boat.
Yeah, that was a very funny conversation to watch. Him visibly like quite nervous, like, oh, I fucked up here.
Yeah, so to which Luke goes back for a follow-up consult, if you will.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, remember when I asked you to rip it up and you didn't? Yeah, I remember that pretty vividly. Yeah. Well, you didn't, so
Yeah, you're making me a bit nervous here.
it's like, no, we're good, but I feel less good. So, and Parvati literally says she feels like she was strongholded into ripping it in half.
Yeah.
And I don't feel Parvati does anything she doesn't really want to. I feel it was optimally she would have done nothing.
Yeah.
But I feel like Stronghold was a bit of a reach.
Well, there's essentially two worlds, right? The world where if she like weren't to rip it up, right, then she's got to worry about Luke and Janine. And if she doesn't rip it up, she's kind of got to use it, right? Like that's because it's a big signal to Luke that she doesn't trust him, right? And in which case it's essentially a 50-50 as to whether she gets it from Luke or Luke palms it off to Janine, which just isn't great odds. Meanwhile, in this world, she probably locks down with Luke and Janine, right? And Luke and Janine are saying all the right things, which are, we'll take you and Suri to Final Four, to which Parvati is probably licking her lips and going, beauty, how is someone taking me to Final Four? I don't know, but they are.
Yeah. So, well, Luke is promising Final Three. I don't know how.
Yeah. Well, another thing as well with this is that I don't see anyone out there beating Parvati at the final endurance challenge.
I
Like,
don't either.
and everyone knows she has an idol, which means that she's protected at 5, and because it's a final 3, she wins the 4. Like it's this really bizarre spot where like the thing is, I totally believe Luke and Janine when they say that they're gonna take Parvati and Sari to 4 and Parvati to 3, because they don't really, at this point, now that they've voted out Lisa, they can't really, I don't think they're gonna be able to get her out. And in which case, that is bizarre. Like I don't know how you can be on this season and look at Parvati specifically, maybe Sari, but Parvati's game and be like, I can beat that at the end.
I feel Parvati's put on a masterclass.
Yeah, totally.
Sari has done some really Sari has probably played the best game she's ever played.
Yes, Sari's played a phenomenal game as well. But I think as far as pure flash, right, that there's a world in which like you can convince the jury to vote for like Luke or Janine over Sari, maybe. But I don't see a world in which they can get jury votes against, like they can get enough jury votes against Parvati. Like there's no way, right? Like her game is just so over the top flashy.
Especially in Australian Survivor, like maybe in US Survivor where the vote doesn't make sense because we didn't see and didn't see and didn't see and didn't see, and they're better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas Australia, it's just like we reward. So, you know, like I mean, like Kaylin, like, you know, for a novice Survivor viewer that doesn't get the intricacies of the game, it's
Kaylin
like
probably played a better game than me. Like as far as if you're quantifying a better game as like a game with a higher chance of winning, I think Kaylin probably played a better game than me. But he didn't have he didn't have the resume, the big flashy moves. Like Parvati has been targeted, has had her game blown up at like every single tribal council. It's been public. It's been public the way she's been a big threat and a big target. And you can't go up against someone who is the public #1 target
and no votes.
And no votes, yeah. Like I don't understand how you can look at Parvati's game and be like, yeah, we can have a chance. We have a chance at taking her on, right? Like it's bizarre. And then in this world, right, she wins 4, she plays her idol at 5. There's just no way to get her out. It's crazy. Like, oh yeah.
And then going back to Kaylin, you know, a novice is watching, is like, oh my god, this is, you know, this is I'm just like, I'm watching, I can just like, that's the GOAT, and it's not the Tom Brady version. Like I'm just like, this guy is winning, dragging himself to the end.
Yeah. And what's bizarre, what's even more bizarre is that these guys are all really like accomplished Survivor players. So I mean, I don't know how comfortable Shawnee is with going up against Parvati. I imagine she probably doesn't want to, but Luke and Janine are clearly like that's their end game that they're targeting towards. Luke has played 2 times, he's been on 2 juries. Janine's played and she's been on the jury. They know how the jury operates. They've seen other seasons. Like I don't understand how you can come in there and be like, yeah, the Parvati. Yeah, we can beat Parvati, even though we haven't voted correctly half of the votes and we've not really had any power and we've made no particularly big moves up against someone who has made massive moves and voted correctly literally every time.
I mean, it's almost like they're like, so they're bringing back George and David to vote, right? and Rob, and it's just like, I hope. It's like,
yeah,
all right. I feel like they're counting on that.
Yeah, it's like very strange.
Only thing that makes sense.
Yeah. And again, I think it's just an ego thing. Like, I think it's just they back themselves. They think their game's awesome. And to be fair, like, Janine's game is really good. Luke's game is all right. He's done well in the last couple of rounds. But, like, I think, like, it's very easy. I watched it happen to a lot of people in my season where everyone thinks everyone's the main character, right? Everyone's the main character. But in reality, only, like, 1 or maybe 2 people are the main characters. In this case, it's Parvati with, like, maybe Sari as a side character, essentially, right? But in everyone's mind, they're the main character. And I don't understand it at all.
No. So, well, so she rips the paper in half, to which I feel like he should be able to see at that point that you have to do it before the votes and all that. So, but you think they might have showed showed us him reading it going, wait a second.
Yeah, true. I didn't even think about that.
I don't know. All right. Oh my God. That was there's like 4 feet iguana everywhere, and they just
That's
fall
cool.
out of trees and hit the ground, and it's so loud. So, and
That's cool.
apparently, when it drops to like 50 degrees, they like freeze and they just sit there until it gets above, and then they come out of it. They're just like frozen in like a self cocoon.
Yeah, that's
What?
wild.
So, all right, nature. It's nuts. All right. Well, Sari would love to keep Lisa. We all would, Sari. Time for
Yeah.
tribal. And Lisa's pitching her case, and Parv's like, that's all well and good, but you were part of the Blindside crew. So
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough. We're just watching, like, it's very clear where this is going at this
it was
stage.
a slow death.
Yeah. Shout out, though, to the jury. It was the first night where I've looked at the jury and been like, damn, those outfits are pretty good.
Oh, well, there we go. So
Yeah. So I love Tommy's little poncho. Like, Kirby had a cool shirt on.
The lone
Like,
wolf.
yeah.
Yeah. So no, I once again, I'm Peck. Dress for the job you want, not the job you get. So I don't want to be on that jury. I'm not dressing for it. I'm not bringing the. Could Jonny Fairplay have the greatest jury outfits ever? Possibly. Dress for the job you want, Myles.
Yeah.
All right. Shawnee just wants to make a final jury pitch. Or she just wants to pitch to a final jury, same thing. And I'm just like, I kind of want that. So
Yeah, I get that. But like, I think that's what's driving, as I said, I think that's what's driving a lot of players today. But like, I just think if you're at the end with like Parvati, you're just gonna get, you just lose, right? And then you just go down as like a final tribal council loser. And I mean, I guess like they're okay with that because like as far as legacy, it's pretty great to come second or third in Australia versus the world. And it's no like knock on your back to lose to Parvati. But I also think that just if there's like, you can play a safe game or you can play a winning game, right? Like the winning game is the one where you take the risks that are required to potentially win. And I do feel like just everyone here is, with the exception of Parvati and maybe Sari, is just playing a really safe game. It's really unfortunate.
Well, Parv is playing her idol next tribal.
Yeah, totally.
And then it's final four.
And Parvati wins the final four challenge.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, it could be something stupid, but I don't think it's going to be something like, why would the final four be something stupid?
Yeah.
It's not. Like, I mean, like they've killed
Australian Survivor has a very clear thing of what they do for the final challenge, which is its endurance every single time.
Yeah. And so I don't see another way. Tonight was the night.
Yeah. Incredible from her to survive, to like make it through. Like, I don't understand. Like, Parvati was in a great spot in like 2 votes ago, and she was in a great spot, and now suddenly she's in like an even better spot. I don't understand how she's
with people that were in love with her.
Yeah, her game just every vote, her spot in the game has gotten better, and everyone's like, a bunch of people are calling it out. Everyone's aware of it, but no one's doing anything about it. It's really bizarre, and sometimes the edit can be a bit misleading. Like on our season, right, the edit was making it clear, like, oh, it's going to be like an AJ Myles steamroll, but in reality, it was a lot messier than that, right? There was a lot of stuff that could have gone very wrong at multiple different votes. But this one, like, I don't feel like this is the edit. Like, it does just look like Parvati is just steamrolling, and it's really hard to see any way in which Parvati doesn't lose, even regardless of the edit. Just from the mechanics and the strategy, it's like, how does Parvati lose from here?
I can't. I was really and as I said, I think Parvati is one of the greatest players of all time. I just love my friend Sari.
Yeah,
I've just been trying to manifest a world in which she's got Lisa's vote on the jury.
Yeah, totally.
If she's there. So but I mean, I don't like, unless Parvati, like, just says something really mean, it's just like,
Yeah, that would
"Oh,
be the
by the way,
worry.
I voted this way," or in real life.
Parvati's entire thing now should just be not pissing anyone off, coming off
Yeah,
as nice as possible, just being like a lovely person. That should be her entire game plan from now on, is just
eh,
do not piss anyone off.
no, I just don't see, so,
To be
but,
fair, Suri, in a world where Suri loses, doesn't win, like she's played arguably one of, if not the best games that she's
I
played
think
ever.
this is her best game. I think she
Yeah.
did everything, and, like, she was real instrumental in Parvati's game.
Yeah, I think in a world where the internationals don't blow up at that last tribal, Suri's probably in a bit of a better spot.
Yeah,
Like I think especially keeping Cass in the game, I think would have been really important for Suri. I think having like a final four of like Cass, Lisa, Parvati, Suri is Suri's optimum, where both Parvati and Cass are probably taking her to the end, right? Cass is
yeah,
voting out Parvati at 4, Parvati's probably voting out Cass at 4.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
and Tommy is like, "Sorry, Tommy, we're going with the girls."
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, and then Suri, that's Suri. So, you versus AJ in a final two.
Yeah.
What's the votes?
Yeah, this is a classic question. So I've
Yeah,
got a pretty clear idea of what the votes are. So it's advantage AJ.
with
There's
with
four
with
lock.
with, with revisionist history.
Yeah, with revisions, but
But
I've tried my best to try and
to-
pull
but
information from
at that
people.
moment, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
So
believe you. Yeah.
there's 4 locked-in votes. The locked-in votes are Laura and Zara are voting for me. Zara probably. AJ massively pissed off Zara in the final vote when he voted her out. And so unless AJ really eats shit for her at the final jury pitch, Zara's voting for me. Laura's voting for me. And then Kristen and Kate are voting for AJ. And then you've essentially got these 4 people in the middle who are essentially the deciding votes. Paulie's probably leaning towards me. I'm actually not sure which way Kalen goes, but I think he's leaning towards AJ. And Karen and Logan are very much leaning towards AJ. But the deciding factor here is whether AJ says something in his final jury pitch that pisses these people off. Because if he comes out and he comes off as a bit of a dick, those 3 fling back over. But in a world where he doesn't, he wins.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, I love a good tandem in Survivor. It's Parv and Suri, potentially one of the best tandems of all time. But
Totally.
I put you and AJ up there. Like I loved watching you guys. I didn't like in the middle. AJ got a little bit of a dumb edit out of nowhere, and then it
Yeah.
just went,
Bizarrely.
and then it went away.
Yeah. And then the end game, it's like, oh, he's actually just clearly on top of all of this and running it.
And I'm just like, I mean, like, I guess it was, to kind of like throw, but it's just like, well, if he doesn't win, like why does he have to be a dum-dum? How about he's smart with his friend Myles that wins?
Yeah. That's the Australian Survivor edit.
Yeah. Let's just, hey, remember that? Yeah, don't. Okay, cool. It's just a 3-episode story arc that went nowhere. It's fine.
Yeah.
like, did you ever watch Twin Peaks and Lost and all those other shows? They had plenty of shit they didn't explain. It's fine. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, well, it's time to vote. Luke votes Lisa. Lisa votes Janine. She can't with these people anymore. And I'm like, I am with you. Oh, wait, I'm still watching. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, the votes are Lisa, Janine, Lisa. Oh, it's a Lisa episode. And Suri hugs her and says, I'm so glad I met you. And they fell in
That's
love.
cute.
They fell in love and got married.
Yeah. They're planning to propose at the finale.
But what's Suri gonna do with Parvati? I mean, Kirby. I thought that was Kirby's spot. All right. Well, it's 5 people, 4 days. This is a 20-year event in the making, according to Parvati, not Australian production. And it looks like a great final 2 episodes. And Lisa finally got her torch snuffed. And she was so happy to play with Suri. It was the highlight of her life.
Yeah, I mean it's wholesome. I love it.
Yeah,
After like I feel like Lisa had another like after having what was a pretty rough episode before, like got a like as much as obviously things didn't go right for her, she had a fun episode. Like
I
there
think
was a
so
lot of
too.
very fun moments for her in that episode that was good.
Yeah. It harkens back to episode 1. So, but like,
Yeah,
all right, so let's rewrite history here.
yeah.
Let's say you're on the Australian tribe instead of George,
Oh God, fuck.
and I'm on the world tribe. I mean, let's be honest. I'm there instead of Tommy, not Tony Vlog.
Yeah.
We need Tony out there for the first season. It's
But what
fine.
about just like it's an 8-8? We get two more
Sure.
guys on either
Oh
side.
yeah.
I think
No,
that makes a lot more sense.
hey, we're both on.
Yeah.
Do you imagine a world in which Lisa's like, I've seen every episode of every season of Survivor ever, and I'm like, sure, I believe that. I don't like you. Well, that's I mean, I get that, but but I'm nice in real life. No.
Maybe not that she doesn't like you, but she clearly has a preference towards like the chill people, basically. Like you're one of the show. Like I kind of class there's two types of Survivor people in my brain, which is like the showman and the like chill people. Essentially, you're a showman. George is a showman. I'm a showman. Suri is actually like I think Parvati's a bit of a showman, but like Suri is actually someone who's pretty chill most of the time. Like she makes big
Yeah.
moves, but it's not necessarily about
There's a calming to mama.
yeah, Tony is not calm, right?
No.
You don't give calm energy. I don't
Yeah.
give calm energy.
Yeah.
George doesn't give calm energy, right? Like Lisa, I feel like is one of those people that wants to work with the people that give calm,
Okay.
relaxed, rational energy. And so I wouldn't surprise me if she was a bit put off by you.
Well, I was gonna say, well, so let's fast forward to the merge. Say I still happen to be there.
Yeah,
The merge happens. You're still there.
yeah.
And it's like, hey, Lisa, here's my friend Myles. Oh no, don't get me started with this one. And I was like, no. Like I'm like, I've watched Myles season 2, but he's actually pretty cool. Mm-mm.
I'd have
Like,
what I would have. I'd have the nerd factor. I think that would probably help me with Lisa a little bit
okay,
more.
but I'm fucked.
Is the yeah, because you give off much more of like a frat bro vibe than I do. Like
Oh,
no one's looking at me. It's true.
guess what? No frat boy has ever said to me.
I know, but we're talking about amongst like the Survivor nerds, right? Like you have much more of a bro energy than I
I
do,
got
right?
you.
Like no one's looking at me and going, that's a bro there.
Yes. Well, you were in the Hunks Alliance.
I was nonchalant. But yeah, like I think but yeah, I don't think either of us would be the kind of people that Lisa would be wanting to work with.
Oh, well, you know what? That hurts my feelings, Myles.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What doesn't it hurt yours a little bit?
No,
Oh, you're
no.
okay with it?
I very much recognize that there's a lot of people that will be very put off by my style of gameplay and won't want to work with me, and I don't take that personally at all.
Okay. Well, guess what? I'm not one of those.
Yeah, I know, because you love the pizzazz, you love the theater
Yeah.
and the TV. There's a lot of people who play Survivor, and it's like I do not want the theatrics. I want to win,
Yeah.
and so I'm going to lock in and win, and I do not want theatrics. I feel
Yeah.
like Lisa gives me the energy of one of those people, right?
All right. Well, we're making a TV show here, folks. I mean, so, all right, fair enough. All right. Uh, before we make it to uh the end here, you and Luke Toki, you guys cool? Are
Apparently
you
not.
chat?
Well, I say apparently like I didn't start it.
Yeah. Oh,
I
so
just
you're chatting. Is it text message or Twitter?
no, Twitter.
Oh
And
yeah,
it wasn't.
I'm fully aware it's Twitter. I just
Yeah,
I just wanted to have fun with this. So yeah, so you guys are chatting by way of Twitter,
yeah,
open,
totally.
not DMs.
Yeah. I had some obviously as you've heard tonight, I had some very harsh criticism of his gameplay tonight. And then I probably added some things in the end that were a little bit personal and he took a bit personal, but I also kind of stand by. Like
Okay,
it's one of those things. I'm not big into politics, but there's some specific political opinions that I don't really like, and I was just taking a bit of an extra jab on top of the criticism of the gameplay, and obviously he was not very happy with me.
Wow. And he fired back.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He did.
Okay.
It is what it is. My first Survivor Twitter beef.
That's your first?
Yeah, yeah. I don't get in beef with people.
Yeah, you're that's not your vibe. I feel like the only real Twitter beef, what you call it, Shaheen?
Say,
What,
say. You had
oh,
beef with
Sai,
Say.
Sai, she doesn't exist in my universe.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you want some Twitter beef? Hey, Sai, come for me. I got receipts because I did a cameo for a girl that worked at NBC, and holy moly, do I have receipts on Sai at NBC and how she doesn't work there, and for lots of reasons. So don't throw rocks at a guy that's got a machine gun. Sai. So no, Shaheen, like I had said something. I was like we get, you know, 45 confessionals. She's supposed to be on season 50, and she does nothing. So I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then Shaheen Defender is like, you know, fuck you, Fairplay. I was like, whoa, I actually liked you, and you know, I still do.
Yeah.
I met him and he was just like, dude, I'm just trying to get in on the action, brother. I'm like, all right, I'm cool, but I wasn't mad at him before he told me that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I had that. But prior to that, me and Jam Jam had beef,
Yeah.
and I saw Jam Jam, and he was just like, "Oh no, it's bullshit." Like, he goes, so we text each other what we're gonna say, and we approve it, and we can go harsher or softer. And I'm like, I'm not doing a fake Twitter war with you, Jam Jam. He goes, no, it's great. I've already laid the foundation. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, hey, Jam Jam, you want to do viewing parties with me? He's like, yeah. And I was like, isn't this better than a fake Twitter war? He goes, yeah, I guess that is better than a fake Twitter war.
Yeah. Well, this one is very much not fake, though.
So
We'll see how it
there are no
progresses.
DMs and no texts, or
No
has there been
DMs.
one? Just like,
No.
oh, by the way, hope you saw that tweet. Go fuck yourself. You
No,
got
no,
one?
no, nothing
Okay.
like that. I mean, I didn't
Okay.
even know if he would. I mean, I suspected he'd probably see, but I didn't even know if he'd see. I was just firing out like a tweet, just tweeting off into the abyss. But yeah, and I mean, his response, he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not those things." Da 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 da. I mean, the receipts are all there. Like, yeah,
Oh,
I mean, it's something. You know, the Twitters and the socials have been scrubbed for like to appear nice on Australia versus the world and for for Channel 10 and whatnot, but yeah, it's all there. I stand by it, like everything. It is what it
okay.
is.
Wow. Shots fired, Miles. Who had money on
I
this?
mean, it doesn't need to be anything like crazy deep. I'm not gonna keep like I'm not the type who I'm gonna like keep tweeting at him or subtweeting or anything like that. But it's I just put a thing out there and like that's my stance on
Okay.
it.
I mean, hey, stand on business.
Yeah.
That's what they do on Love Island.
I've kind of had like a realization, kind of not realization, but just a change in mentality recently where I was just in general, I realized like, oh, I don't really need to care about things as much as I do like care about like trying to be friends with everyone and looking nice and pretty and whatnot. Like I've done what I want to do. I've won. I've had a good time, and so whatever happens, happens.
There you go. My fiance was telling me yesterday. She was just like, we were talking about someone, and I was just like, oh my God, they're crazy. And, and they just came back from crazy, and now they're crazy again. And it was crazy, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, unfollow them. And I was just like, I'm scared if they see that I unfollow them. And it's just like, great, even
Yeah.
better.
Like that kind of thing, I'm now just like, oh, I don't really give a shit. Like
Yeah.
I've unfollowed so many people on Instagram recently because I was just like, I'm seeing all these people and I actually don't care about any of them. All these people that I've added post Survivor, it's like, oh, actually, no, goodbye.
Yeah. So my flight home tomorrow, I'm unfollowing. That's my free Wi-Fi 2 hour
Yeah,
mission home is
yeah,
I'm gonna unfollow. I'm looking to unfollow about 1,000 people. We'll
yeah,
we'll see how far I get.
yeah. I will say one more thing on the tweet before we wrap up. Like, I don't think Luke is like a bad guy or anything. I just think he's a bit of an idiot, but he's an idiot that holds some really dumb opinions that I really don't like. Basically, like dumb opinions that I think are pretty harmful. And so it's like you can come into things well intentioned, but if the opinion, you can still have like the bad opinion and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people like. I think there's a lot of people like that out there.
I have friends with very like. It's so funny. The Eliza Stephanie LaGrossa Twitter.
Yeah, that one. I had to research that after you brought that up to me the first time. That was crazy.
I'm friends with both.
Yeah,
and I don't know where it started. I do know a beginning point, but not the beginning point. And it was Eliza calling out Stephanie for going. There's a Republican-based golf tournament in which people are being paid $3,000 to go. Whew. And so, peek behind the curtain, I had a player call me, and they go, a survivor, and they go, "Hey, will you call Eliza and tell her not to out me? Because I want to go to the." She goes, "I'm not even Republican. I just want $3,000 and to hang out with my friends that happen to be Republican."
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll call. I was like, because I'm going. I don't know if she's out at me. I was just like, Joey Amazing is going to be there. If you don't think I want a 15-minute podcast interview with a QAnon guy, you're crazy. This is my only chance. I'm going to sit in a golf cart with this guy and be like, "Hey, so I have some questions." Like, I have questions.
Yeah.
So that was a deal, and so she's outing all these people that are doing that. And which caught it was on Reddit that apparently there's this like dark web Democrat group that's allegedly paying Eliza $8,000 a month.
I heard about this as well. Crazy.
To do this anti-Republican stuff. And I'm just like, isn't this kind of the same thing as getting paid $3,000 to go to a golf tournament?
Yeah, that's wild.
And here's the best part of all this. I'm gonna get DMs after this. How can I get in on this golf tournament? And what do I need to say about the Republicans, and who does Eliza know? So, I'm going to be attacked by both sides, just asking for contact info. God bless America.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Myles. So I'm happy you stood your ground. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy we got to talk about the least exciting episode of the season.
Yeah, I feel like we were talking about everything except for the episode tonight.
We made it entertaining.
I like to think that.
Yeah. So, well, tomorrow night I have Sweet Logan as my guest.
Yeah.
Allegedly, we'll see.
She said she was feeling under the weather tonight.
Yes. Yeah. She said her voice was almost as bad as mine, and that she was more professional than me and would be saving her for tomorrow. And I champion that decision. So Sweet Logan tomorrow. So next week is the grand finals of it all. I would love a four-way dance. Are you down?
Yeah, I'd probably. Yeah, should be good.
I mean,
that being said, don't know what kind of state I'm going to be.
I was saying you'll probably be hammered, but
yeah.
But I'm thinking, me, you, Laura, and Logan. I think who better?
Yeah, I did love. Like, I have been I've been making an effort to not drink too much when I've been doing these things. I've had like
not
maybe
me.
Yeah, but I did love. I was watching the Logan's one the other night, and Logan was drunk, and just like she has like 3 wine refills throughout the thing, and it's like, oh, what am I? No, I mean, I don't want to say anything stupid while drunk, but also I trust that I can. I say enough stupid shit when I'm sober anyway. So
she is the best. We're all playing catch up to her. So yeah, I have her husband's jerseys en route to America.
That's fun.
So she was like, I was like, I want a jersey, and she was just like, she goes, do you just want it plain on the back, or do you want my? I'm just like, your husband's a badass, not a bench warmer. I'm like, oh yeah, I
Yeah,
want his number on the back. She's like, really?
totally.
I'm like, yes. He's family. Let's fucking go. Like, it's like, whoever someone else, I don't know their wife.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So anyway, I'll get out there. We'll go to a game. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, or maybe I'll have AJ invite me because he had her vote. I'm kidding. Myles, thank you. Next week, it all comes down to that. Tomorrow is Sweet Sweet Logan. We are at the pointy end of the game.
Pointy
If
end of the
someone
season.
doesn't fucking say it tomorrow, I will be pissed off. It's my favorite thing in all of television. Pointy end of the
Pointy end of the season.
yeah. So we're here for it. Myles, where can everybody find you on the socials?
Yeah, so I'm on Myles Kuah on Instagram, Myles M Kuah on Twitter, and also I have just released a song. I've just released some music. It's just like a fun little thing, side project that I'm doing. It's called Fireball. It's on like all the major streaming platforms. The link's on my Instagram if you want to go have a look at it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment.
You know what? Send me that link in my DMs. We keep our DM we keep our beefs private. Send me the link. I'm going to add it to the show notes. So anyone you'd like to check out Myles' new song, it'll be in the show notes right here for this podcast. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
So, sweet. So well, I'm at Jonny Fairplay on all the things. JonnyFairplay.com, links to everything. Probably be better if I did a cameo tomorrow. You can order a cameo today. I'll do a cameo tomorrow so you can hear me. And yeah, Reality App Show. Do the subscribe, and leave a comment. It's the best way to control the algorithm, because heaven forbid you just like it and subscribe. You have to leave a comment or it means nothing. So yeah, do all the things, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think I'm going to go back to sleep. It's been a long week. It is Labor Day here in America, and this will be the end of my working for the day. So
I'm also going to go to sleep. It's 12 o'clock at night.
There we go. So with that, goodbye, everybody.